Kurt, can you describe some of your past work experience and qualifications for the position?
Yes. I graduated from law school in 1994, and I worked as a clerk, judicial clerk, for a couple of years for district court judges. The most recent was in Fallon, Nevada, in Churchill County, and I worked for Judge Huff there, and I was the last clerk of Mario Reckenzone. Since that time, I've been an active attorney here in the community, and I've been acted as a court-appointed arbitrator, and I've done quite a bit of mediation training, ADR training along the way. And these and several others have prepared me for the judicial experience.
Okay. Cheryl Gardner, Gloria Sturman.
Actually, I have a question for Kurt.
Oh, okay.
I just wondered.
Back to Kurt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just wondered how fast you were on your feet after this letter that Andy Levitt wrote last. I mean, did that have any repercussions for you in the community?
I feel like maybe it emboldened me a little bit politically, because I felt like it had a chilling effect on candidates, and I'm a strong proponent of the democratic system. So I was kind of taken back by it. I mean, this is me off my feet right now, but I was taken back by it. I was offended by it. I thought that we're trying to have a chilling effect on people that are running for offices that are equally theirs, or anyone's entitled to run as long as you're qualified. And I didn't really feel like, I felt bullied, and I felt like but it did embolden me a little bit. It made me a little more stalwart in the political process, and made me feel a little more, feel better about the democratic system that we live in, and that we're entitled to run, and everybody up here has an equal right to any position out there. And if somebody has the desire to run, I don't think that they should be attacked. Really, I didn't feel like it was something personal, more of, don't you dare run against, this office. This office is ours, and we're gonna make you pay if you
Good
do.
answer.
So,
Good answer. Thanks, Kurt.
thank you.
Can I go ahead with Gloria, Steve?
Sure.
Gloria, I've known you for a number of years, so would you like to tell the panel your experience?
Sure. I moved to Las Vegas in 1983 after graduating from Arizona State University College of Law to work on the MGM fire case. And when I moved here, recruiting director at the law school had told me, just have to go there for 2 years. I never left, because this is a great community. Las Vegas is a place where you can come, you don't have to be from here, and you can make your way and be accepted in this community and have real success that I could never have had I worked back in Arizona or someplace where Reno, where you have to be from there to have real success. So I really have enjoyed my legal career here. I have practiced exclusively in the civil arena. I did a couple of little criminal things along the way, but really I focused my career in the civil litigation area. I always tell people I started out defending the people who Ed Bernstein sues. And over time, my practice evolved into defending people who get sued for doing their jobs. So now I am pretty much a professional malpractice attorney, whatever your profession is, whether it's real estate inspectors, real estate agents, insurance agents, or nurses. I don't represent doctors. It's the only thing I don't represent. But now I do pretty much professional malpractice. And the rest of the time I do a little bit of civil rights defense for Clark County. Meaning when Clark County gets sued for their employees violating people's civil rights, in other words, getting sued for doing their jobs. So along the way I decided to start working on some of these programs that the courts had created for arbitration and short trials, and I've done a lot of that kind of work. And over time just decided that all those years of experience added up would be best put to use for my community by me serving on the bench.
Thank you. David Rivers.
Yeah, first I want to make a comment. In law school, you're all familiar with Charlie Brown and the red-headed girl. And in law school, I could never remember Gloria's name, and I always called her the little red-headed girl. And I still do.
We went to law school. It's a long time ago.
Oh, Bruce Gale.
Good morning.
I need to ask you a specific question related to the law, and I'll give you a little background. In Gwynn versus the Nevada State Legislature, in 2003, the Nevada Supreme Court granted a writ of mandate ordering the Nevada legislature, they granted it to the governor, ordering the Nevada legislature to proceed in providing and creating sources of revenue for educational funding by a majority vote rather than by a 2/3 majority as required by the Nevada Constitution. Do you agree or disagree with the court's analysis, and why?
I disagree with the court's analysis. I think, although I haven't always agreed with Justice Maupin, he filed a dissenting opinion in that decision, and I think Justice Maupin had it right, and that's my opinion on that.
Okay, Justice Maupin gave some pretty specific reasons for his dissent. Do you recall those, and do you agree with those?
Well, my recollection, it was primarily a constitutional argument, and I think that pretty much was the prevailing winning argument, in my humble opinion.
Thank you very much.
Travis Barrett.
This is a question for all three of you, and it involves the exercise of your judicial discretion. I'm in the enviable or unenviable position of doing a fair amount of pro bono work for veterans here in the Vegas Valley. And
Was that Eric Clapton? What was
Santana.
Santana, sorry.
And the mission that was kind of given to me by Judge Elliott, who runs the drug court, is there's a significant amount of veterans here in the Vegas Valley who, because of criminal matters in other states, are ineligible for benefits or treatment. In other words, a felony warrant in another jurisdiction will make them ineligible here for treatment. My question to you is, if you received a phone call from someone like me in Idaho, what would be your inclination as far as working with, what would be your inclination in working with a veteran, set aside a local warrant so that they could maintain treatment in another jurisdiction? Is the question clear? If not, I can move.
I think the question's clear. I wouldn't have a problem filing a motion to quash a bench warrant for a veteran.
Well, the question is, would you make him come back here to, if they had jumped parole, if they had a felony warrant, would you make them come back here to do time or allow them to remain in treatment in another jurisdiction?
Well, if there's a bench warrant that's, you're talking about a criminal proceeding in another case, and I'm licensed in Nevada and I'm licensed in Texas, although I'm inactive, so I don't know if I could do anything in another state other than maybe assist them in obtaining local counsel. But whatever I could do here, if they were picked up on the warrant here and they needed representation, I would help them.